We've all heard Spider-Man's famous mantra that,
"With great power comes great responsibility."
But until Spider-Man No Way Home, the MCU version of Peter Parker hadn't. In a movie defined by its fan service, callbacks and payoffs to the previous versions of Spider-Man on the big screen, extensions of the characters we loved 10 or 20 years ago into the world of the characters we're following now, you might not expect anything new to be said about the character that hasn't been said before.
Like, does it just come out of your wrists, or does it come out of anywhere else?
Only the wrists.
Especially when the emotional climax of the first movie was a direct port from the comics. And the emotional climax of the second movie was that it? Or wait, no. Was that it? I'm actually not sure. But anyway, I certainly didn't expect No Way Home to teach us something new about Spider-Man. I just expected it to play the hits and cash in on 20 years of love building for this character. The MCU version of the with great power spiel might seem like just another regurgitation. Just another instance of the studio putting something into the movie that'll make you go. But I'm here to tell you that with Aunt May's death, No Way Home adds something genuinely novel to our understanding of the character of Spider-Man. And to see how, we first have to go back to the original.
With great power comes great responsibility.
Peter Parker chooses not to stop a criminal because, that's your job. I'm through being pushed around by anyone. From now on, I just look out for number one. That means me. Or, as he put it in the Raimi movies,
I missed the part where that's my problem.
Then, the same criminal he let escape kills Uncle Ben. This forces Peter to confront that every time he lets a criminal go, someone is going to be hurt by it. And so, Spider-Man is doomed to be forever sacrificing his personal well-being and happiness to use his powers for good. He learns that if you can help, you have to help, because there are always consequences if you don't. This is a utilitarian ethic. It says that Peter's goal should be to maximize net well-being for everyone, even if he is personally imposed upon by doing so. And if you want to see more about Spider-Man and utilitarianism, you can watch my previous video about how Spider-Man would solve the trolley problem. I've always seen this as the end of the story. What the f***? I thought that, with great power comes great responsibility, expresses a strictly utilitarian ethic with regards to how Spider-Man manages trade-offs between his personal well-being and that of those around him. But No Way Home showed me that my previous view was incomplete. This movie teaches Peter the same lesson, that with great power comes great responsibility, but it does it with the opposite ethic, a deontological one. Utilitarianism posits that ethical behavior involves simply adding up all the good and all the harm done by all possible actions and choosing the one that maximizes good and minimizes harm. Deontology, however, says that ethical behavior involves adhering to certain rules that you ought never violate regardless of the specific circumstance or consequences. For example, Batman's no-kill rule follows a deontological ethic, since he adheres to it categorically under all circumstances. Even if refusing to kill the Joker now will undoubtedly lead to more people dying at the Joker's hand in the future, Batman believes it is unethical to do so for a priori moral reasons. And if you want to see more about that, you can watch my complete character study on Batman. In No Way Home, Aunt May tells Peter that he has to try to help the villains who have been sent to this universe instead of sending them home to die. Let's take a look.
Well, he needs help, and maybe they all do.
Wait, you don't mean... No, May, this isn't my problem.
Peter, not your problem?
May, their chance of getting help is way better back where they came from. Sending them home? That's the best thing that we can do for them.
For them? Or for yourself?
Peter says that it's not his problem to help them, just like in the original Origin. Of course, he listens to Aunt May and does try to help them, and they do end up getting loose and killing more people because of it, most notably Aunt May. Let's take a look at what she tells Peter right before she dies in his arms.
This is all my fault, May. I should have just listened to Strange and let him send them
You did
back.
the right thing. They would have been killed. You did the right thing.
It's not my responsibility, May.
You listen to me. You have a gift. You have power. And with great power, there must also come great responsibility.
Instead of telling Peter to get revenge, or telling him that he should have sent the villains home to die in order to save her, Aunt May tells him the opposite. She tells him that he did the right thing, even though it led to her death. That you always have to try to help, even when it leads to personal loss. That,
With great power,
there must also come
great responsibility.
Uncle Ben's death teaches Peter that if you can help, you have to help, because there are always consequences if you don't. Aunt May's death teaches Peter that if you can help, you have to help, no matter the consequences if you do. The former uses a utilitarian ethic, and the latter uses a deontological one. But they both show that the hard path is usually better than the expedient one, and that if you think something isn't your problem, you can be a better person by making it your problem. I found Aunt May's death extremely moving when I saw it in the theater, and it's now one of my all-time favorite Spider-Man moments. And it's amazing to me that a Spider-Man movie in 2021 was able to teach us something new about power and responsibility.